Oh, jeez, I just got yelled out by the producer again. Stay off sex. Essay. Anyway, this thing's killing me here. All right. This is the Diktators.
Welcome back to the Diktators, folks.
Secretary?
Like the goddamn video.
That's right. You know, hey, if you don't like it, post it on your ass. It's called ass posters.
This guy needs a new pair of sneakers, so please freaking help us fucking get some growth going here.
And I just don't need sneakers. I could enjoy some
Hookers?
female excitement. And I don't mean you dipping into my checkbook, my credit cards.
Yeah, this ain't too bad.
What, the part?
This is a light version
Light version of who?
of what you have.
What's her name? Jeez.
I don't want to say a brand name.
Yeah, you can't because I just got yelled at. Stay out of the sex
No, it's not
situation.
that. I'm talking about beer.
I'm talking about FTX.
I'm talking about beer.
What's it going on with your boy Sam?
That's your boy. You love him.
Fuck
You're
yeah.
in love. Did you send him flowers?
Do you know?
Did you send him love notes?
Do you know he's the only guy that can go to the White House in shorts and a T-shirt 4 times and meet Joe Biden in the last 2 years?
No. Zelensky could go there and get billions.
Well, I guess it's like twins. It's like they were born together.
That's still fucking chest man.
Pelosi.
How can you go? How can you be? First of all, you're a world leader, a country's leader. How can you go to the White House in a fucking sweatsuit? You can't even at least wear like khakis and a button-down collared shirt. At least.
Do you know?
The fuck?
Do you know your girlfriend?
You can't even work at Walmart dressed like that.
You know what? You have a point.
You can go to the White House and get billions of dollars. What is he up to? Like 120 billion or 160 or some shit?
Yeah, it's in there.
And we've given?
Do you know your girlfriend Schultz made $500 million last year?
Who?
Schultz.
Who's Schultz?
She used to
Andrew
run.
Schultz?
She used to run the DMC, Democratic, whatever.
Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Right.
Yeah.
She made $500 million last year on the stock market.
How much did Pelosi make last year?
I don't know that one, but
She's one of the leading traders in Congress.
This was just on the news. It's like everybody's like, well, the stock market dropped 35% on everything. How the hell did she make $500 million?
Yeah, I wonder.
Of course you would say, well, maybe she's really that smart.
No.
Maybe her pussy's that good.
No.
Maybe her asshole knows how to receive a penis.
Put 2 and 2 together here, bud.
2 and 2 goo. 2 and goo. 2 and goo? Yeah, you know what? You fucking her in the ass and you got 2 and goo.
Put 2 and 2 together here, pal.
We call it inside trading in the real world.
There you go. That's 4.
Well, I never said, hey, she probably likes orgies.
She's not even good looking.
I know.
She's actually rather on the... What would you give her out of 10?
I wouldn't fuck her with my dog.
Like a 1?
A 2, maybe, if that.
Let's say I would give her maybe a 3, 4.
I wouldn't even give her that high. She is so
5 is average. 5 is an average.
She is so ugly. I can't see how anybody would want to fuck her. Maybe in the mouth.
Well, hey, listen, you got $500 million, and I'll get you some dick.
What do you think, Sacco?
What does he think?
Sacco says, fuck her in the ass with no Vaseline. All right. So now you got a word from Sacco. Hit the button there, boom. Oh, my God. Where's my girl? Where's my girl?
How dare you?
There you go for Debbie
Wasserman Schultz.
Schultz. Yeah, that fucking cunt. Whatever. I mean,
maybe we should do an episode where we take people in Congress or political figures,
well, you know what?
women, and rank them and rate them 0 to 10.
Well, let's keep it in politics here a little bit. Let's get this straight. I guess all you people coming out of college don't have a clue what's going on in the world. Besides, I mean,
older people don't have a clue either. Nobody has a clue anymore.
You got a good point there. I mean, because let's go. They always say we only make 6 figures. Nobody knows what those 6 figures are. I think they're like 200, 250.
Who?
Politicians. They make like 250 grand a year.
Like Congress. Yeah, I think it's like I think actually Pelosi just upped that. I think it was like 215 or something like that. They should just up to like
All right.
240.
So
or
they
some
make
shit.
two. So here's
And the president makes like 400.
So here's where they screw you, especially the middle class. They screw all the time. This is where they screw you, and you people are vote for them, and they're like, you don't even know. All right, so they make $215,000 a year.
Right.
That's not counting. What is it used to call when you used to go working in L.A.?
Lobbyists.
No, they call it per diem.
Right.
So that's not
Like an
counting.
expense account.
That's not counting. You're giving them a house to live in. That's not counting transportation,
security, food.
So what you're giving them is $215,200
after their personal life expenses.
Right. So they're spending your money scot free, which is probably over $215,000 a year.
They get freaking cocaine, hookers. Like they go
plus
wild.
they're banking the $250,000.
Yeah.
And it's like, gee,
Well, no.
we're working for you. No, you're working for that piece of ass you're getting there.
Well, how did AOC go from bartender, got into Congress, and then within 1 year, she's a millionaire?
Isn't that something?
And she was actually, I remember, this fucker was a real kick to the dick. I remember when she first was being inaugurated, or whatever they call it, for Congress.
And she's wearing a dress for $35,000.
When she was first moving to D.C., so she was trying to find, like shopping for a place, apartment. She was asking her supporters to send her money, like Venmo, PayPal type of shit, because she didn't get her Congress paycheck yet, and she needed money to give a down payment for an apartment or condo.
No, for her new condo is what it is.
Yeah, what a bunch of shit.
I mean, you know what? All you people keep voting for these jackasses, and you're fine.
And you know she still had campaign money left in her pocket.
You know what? I don't even know if she has a vagina. She could be probably one of those people that's She's got a penis and a vagina. So when
chick with a dick.
So when you tell her go fuck herself, she can. And then she could do it with a smile. It's like, yes, I've been fucking myself all year because I don't have a boyfriend.
What do you mean by that?
Well, what I'm going to tell you is the truth.
From what I know, she does have a boyfriend.
I mean,
she actually is pretty hot. She's just a horrible, wretched bitch.
Yeah, you know what?
Physically, though, she's attractive.
Honestly,
she's pretty.
I would fuck her in the mouth and the ass. No problem.
What about
the vagina?
Yes.
I would fuck her there, too. She is very pretty.
She's pretty.
I'm not going to disagree. She's pretty.
There are some political figures that are pretty, but some of them vast majority of them are pieces of shit.
I don't like her politics.
Oh, she's an evil bitch. She's a socialist.
But you know what?
She's a socialist. She should not be in government.
She
should be a bartender. She should be a bartender getting railed out by the bouncers.
That's it.
That's what her life should be.
You're damn right it should be.
She should not be in fucking D.C. fucking making decisions for the country.
Yeah. Let me see. My latest decision is like I want to get fucked.
Let's keep fucking the middle class.
As long as you keep voting them in, paying the taxes. I mean, come on. Let me go. The single man's paying 30%, 35% of his money that he makes if you're making under 50 grand. It's like, for what?
More than that.
Yes, it is.
Everybody is.
It's just, it's terrible.
I know.
What do you say, Sacco?
What did Sacco say?
Sacco says, fuck them all.
What is Sacco into?
Let me ask him.
They don't want to hear you cough. Like the damn video.
Let me ask Sacco.
So we could give him some Dayquil or something.
Sacco, tell the truth. What do you think should happen to all people in Congress and politicians? Sacco says... What was that? Sacco says there should be a purge. What kind of purge? Sacco says the purge should be... Kill them all. Should we make a movie? Kill them all. That's Sacco. So, as Sacco said, which is true.
We are not promoting that, by the way. This is for humorous purposes only.
Oh yeah, because if we were doing this, what was that black woman in Congress? The black lady that says, "Take him to the bank."
Maxine Waters.
Maxine Waters.
She's him in the street. Attack him.
Attack him. Sacco can't say that because it's a sock.
They could say it though.
Yeah, but they can say it. But Sacco's not a human. But he knows what's best for the government. So, moving on. What else you got to say today?
What else I got to say?
It's all yours.
So, We were discussing last time,
I
not
can't-
on the podcast, behind the scenes.
Crypto?
No.
Politics.
No, we were discussing
Virginity.
some insights into homeless life.
Oh, jeez. I forgot to tell you don't go there. But anyway, again.
I asked you last time if we could, and you said yeah.
All right, what part of homeless we going into? My first chapter?
Like, what's a day in the life? Let's start there. What's a day in the life?
Well, there's different sections of homelessness.
I don't know. There's different levels.
And, of course, mine was when I first started out homeless, like, let's see, I had the bitch, had the house, had 3 cars, lost everything, had 2 cars left, I think. That was it. And I was living in someone's backyard. And since even though I had like probably $200,000 in the stock market still, I wasn't about to spend that fucking living in hotels. Anyway, point being, so I'm living on 2 acres in the back. I'm not living. I'm actually living in my Camaro in the back.
Parked in somebody's, like, their driveway that goes into the backyard, right?
Right. It's like on a 2-acre piece of property. So I'm like a little bit down in the property.
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad, actually, because then every week I go like once a week or twice a week, probably once a week, go to a hotel, shower, do all that crap. And then I was still working too at the same time.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too bad. Then this is all because of Diane DeLapp. Diane DeLapp from New Hampshire, who I met in Texas and moved out to California like a dumbass. Gave her a house.
He moved to California first, and then he missed her, so he went back to get her.
What a fucking stupid move that was. So that one, when I was homeless there for like 2 years, it wasn't too bad.
So throughout that 2-year period, that was pretty much like you were in the car and the guys. But that was your shtick.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad because at least I had a place where I could park the car, live in the car.
At least I mean,
without
it
being
still
hassled by
kinda
the
sucks,
police.
but at least there's a little bit of shelter.
Yeah, and then we used to go party in his garage and shit. As long as I had drugs, fucking everything.
And you still had like a little bit enough money where you could still freaking like, go to a hotel, get a shower, get clean shaved, all that bullshit, groomed up, and
all that.
you go do laundry for your clothes.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know I was homeless. And plus, I had a storage too. I'd spend time at. Second time, well, let's go. The second time. So all of a sudden, from that time, I met a landlord at the casino, and she said, "I got a room for sale. You know, if you
Were
want."
you playing at a table with her?
Yeah, blackjack and stuff, whatever. You know, and hey, I got a room. You want to live here? And I was like, sure. So then from there, I went to there, and then I got kicked out because of Diane again, of course. You know, but between that time of moving there, she was in prison. So
hold on. After that 2-year period of the car in the backyard, did you get? Is that what you're saying? That you met this lady and that's what got you off? Like this is what
got me to a room.
At the end of the 2 years, you met this lady, and that's when you got the room.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Because I had no credit.
All right, keep going. I understand. Keep
So
going.
I had to show her my fucking statements from the stock market, Vanguard, you know, and then she goes, "All right, well, yeah, you got money, so it's like you're in."
Yeah.
Then Diane got out of prison.
Were you still like working construction at this point or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Off and on. I mean, construction isn't like super steady.
I
but...
switched to professional gambler.
So you weren't working construction.
Correct, because I told them when they called me for jobs, it's like, I'm a professional gambler. Now I don't need to work construction anymore. I'm making big money here. At the time, I was making good money on the stock market, so I'm like, who needs to work? I'm fucking good at this. Later, did you learn that when
How'd you keep up with the market? Like living in your car, how'd you keep up with the?
Oh, it wasn't in the car when I moved into her house.
Then you got back into the market,
right?
Okay.
Originally, before when I was went homeless the first time, I was already in the market with certain stocks and certain things, and from there, I just you didn't follow it because there's no way to follow it. I mean, when you're homeless in your car, you can't follow.
You don't
right.
have...
So hopefully you made some good moves, and it's just like, hey, you opened up a statement from the PO box. It's like, hey, look at that, I'm fucking rich. I'm rich, bitch. So you move on from there. It's like, hey, next thing is Diane again. Oh, jeez, she gets out of prison, after 3 or 4 years, whatever. And it's like, you can't live here. Fucking, they already told me you can't move in. Or I come home, breaks fucking the windows, and
How did she find you again? You reached out to her, didn't you?
no, she.
You didn't have a cell phone.
Right, they weren't around then, but it's like fucking
You weren't found. You have a room, but it's not in a place that she ever
through
knew.
the mail, whatever it was.
She sent you a letter to your PO box.
Something, yeah. She knew. She was very good with.
But you still had to respond to it.
You said
missed
me,
her.
Put money on my books, Joe. I miss you so. I love you. You're the only one I
missed her.
love. I didn't fucking miss her.
Why'd you respond?
Stupidity.
You didn't miss her though.
Pussy.
Oh, you're horny.
Very horny.
Why'd you? You would have been better off paying for a hooker.
You would have thought you would have brought a couple of her fucking girlfriends from fucking prison home with her.
I thought you said she did.
Ah.
You said you were banging her friends from prison at one point.
No, I said I wanted to bang her friends from prison.
I thought you said you were.
Well, that's a lie. God, you gotta stop paying attention what the fuck I say. You know what? Every time I say something, you're fucking. This is a guy talking show. Jesus Christ.
Stop fucking paying attention and freaking remembering what I tell you, Ryan.
How many fucking times you see a guy tell you to fucking he got laid last night and he never even fuck? The girl told me drop me off on the corner so I can get the fuck away from you. I mean, I'm sure that's happened to you quite often.
What? I had to drop a girl off on the corner?
Yeah, she said, yeah, you left with her from the bar. Then all of a sudden she's like, just drop me off here. And then
Before
you go back.
You got her home?
Right. And then you go back to the bar. He's like, yeah, I fucked her.
That never happened.
Exactly.
I have like brought girls home and then they get a change of heart or change their mind and they want to leave.
How many
I've gotten a few girls a taxi because like I'm not gonna get in trouble for some stupid bitch.
What's Sacco got to say with that? Sacco said, he's like, you didn't get any.
Me?
Yeah, that's what Sacco said.
Ever?
No, Sacco said you didn't get any. And you go back to the bar like, yeah, I fucked her all night long.
I never got any, is what he said.
Is that what Sacco said? There it is. Sorry. I'm getting it from my producer. Get off the fucking sex. This is unbelievable. There's just, you know what it is? There's just too much sex in the world. It's like, we can't talk about it. Go on the internet. You can find every guy fucking a guy. You can find every girl fucking a guy. You can find every girl fucking a girl. You can find every girl scissoring a girl. What is wrong with this world? You can't talk about what happens in the world, but here we are, all of a sudden. Now I'm lost.
What the fuck are you going on about?
I forgot what I was talking about.
I didn't know what you were talking about to begin with.
This is what happens when you get old.
This is what happens when you fucking huff Freon.
And sniff glue. Yes, it is. Ask
You're a
Sacco.
glue sniffer.
Ask Sacco. Sacco, no, hey! Sacco, no, Sacco, go. What do you got to say about yourself today?
So,
I'm completely lost what the fuck we were talking about.
homelessness.
Did you say homelessness or
Homelessness.
homely?
You are homely. But that's another story for another day.
Well, I don't even know how we got off the conversation.
You started talking about scissoring or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, Scissor is two girls.
Oh, I know what it was. You were talking about Diane when you were pissed that she didn't bring some prison bitches home with her to fuck you.
Yeah, that's where you fucked up bringing Diane. I fucking
And
go
then, but then you
go off on rails.
You said that have you ever brought a girl home from the bar? She tells you like a few blocks before, just drop me off in the corner, and then you go back to the bar and tell your buddies, yeah, I got laid. And then you accuse me of doing that.
Yeah, I can't tell you what's going on.
So what happened so after you got kicked out of this freaking
all right, so after
broad's
I
house,
got fucking evicted out of
the room.
there, I thought I beat the eviction, but I didn't beat the eviction. And then all of a sudden, so I lived in a hotel for 6 months, working, and then everybody started to notice that I had a car at the time, and I was still working like 6 months out of the year. They started to notice, like, how come you got clothes in the car? How come you're always here 3 hours early?
Why are you always the first one here?
On the job site.
Waiting there by the gate.
When they all know me from before, it's like, you're always been late every day. all of a sudden you're here hours before the job site. I even had the security guards and sheriffs pull up to me on job sites. It's like,
What are you doing here?
what are you doing here? It's like, I'm going to work here. And they run my thing and run my ID. And it's like, all right, so you work here. Okay, cool. That's fine. But if I didn't, I would have been arrested for vagrancy or
Loitering
or whatever.
Attempted burglary.
So even when that was going on good, that was good. But then there was times when it was like being homeless. It's like I try to find places to park, and this is like 2002 when I was homeless from 2002 to 2007. Very bad time in my life, but I'll explain it to you a little bit. I'll make it sound exciting like it's the best thing in the world to go. Because me and Saka were down there at the railroad tracks. But let me tell you a story. Now I forgot what I was telling you. So, this is your part to fill in. I fucking
Emotional damage.
So, you were showing up early, it's crazy early to job sites because you were living in your car again at this point.
All right, yeah. So I'm living in my car. So we're going to drop back 3 years when I was suicidal.
We didn't have to get into that topic.
Oh, all right.
We can.
No, that's a gambling thing, and yeah,
We can, but I'm just saying that's a separate topic. That's
all right. We'll stay away from that one.
We can if you want to talk about that, but
Well,
that's
how we
let's
just-
like kind of like get this topic.
Yeah, we skipped over that part for 3 years of nonsense. It wasn't nonsense. It's very heartbreaking. Anyway, where was I?
So you're living in your car and you were freaking showing up to job sites 3 hours early.
Yeah, and everybody started to notice that. It's like, how come you got clothes in the car? How come there's blankets? How come you're sleeping when we walk by you and knock on your window on the job site to, in the parking lot?
When they're actually showing up in the morning.
Right. I'm like, wow, I just got here early. That's all.
So just taking a nap. Yeah, skipping traffic.
They knew, sort of. It's like, anyway. So we moved on from there. Of course, the job's over. Where was I going? So from there, what happened is then all of a sudden I had no phone. As soon as there was no phone, no jobs because no communication.
Yeah, because how are they going to get a hold of you?
And we're talking 2002, 3, so there's already cell phones out there. So, and so I have no phone, no job. All of a sudden, the fucking car blows up. Fucking goddamn clutch blows out. All of a sudden, I got no way to get to a job. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway.
Railroad track story.
Oh, the railroad tracks. Serious. So down here, down with railroad tracks, it's like in
I know it's kind of, you're bringing up bad. I understand. You're bringing up bad memories, and it's hard to talk about. I get it.
In Vista,
Oceanside
Vista.
Tell the story about when you were on railroad tracks, and then some nefarious individuals approach you, and
so there, that one I could tell easily.
Yeah. Throw that one at us.
Of course, this is real bad times. It's like, so I got a box. I found a refrigerator box.
Yeah.
And that was my house, like Homie,
Maytag.
like Homie from Living Color.
Homie the clown.
Homie the clown from Living Color.
Yeah.
So I'm living on the railroad tracks there, and there's a hedgerow. We're talking like 10, 20 feet wide along the railroad tracks on one side, which is hedgerow, little trees or whatever, like a little bit
bushes
of
and shit, like
a
little woody area
to hide a little bit. Yeah. And on the other side, of course, is businesses going up to the main road. Yeah, commercial stuff going. Yeah. And so I was like, there's nowhere to put my box, my house, down because it's all wet and everything. And then I found a manhole with a little piece of concrete on it. So I guess the concrete is like 6x6 or 6x8, like 8x8, like a pad with a manhole on it, for the storage. I was like, ha. I got
a foundation for my house.
I got a foundation for my house. Exactly. I could cut a roof on the top, and I could have a skylight and everything. Yeah.
I can watch stargaze at night.
Look, I cut a hole on the left side, a hole on the right side. I could pee out either side. I got a bathroom.
Did you put a doorbell in?
I should have. So the front end is open still. So anyway, I got my few. I had these keys that were for like electrical keys. Don't ask me how I got them. I don't want to know.
Keys.
Well, I had keys to electrical boxes.
Like service panels.
Right.
Oh, like okay.
On all the buildings. Don't ask me how I got them. I'm not going to tell you that. Okay. So what I would do is I would store my clothes or my blankets in there for the day, and then come back and then pull them out at nighttime. So I'd have
Wait, so you're not talking about like electrical panels. You're talking more like it's like a little service like shed or something like that.
Right.
Okay.
Don't ask me how I got these keys.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think, well, I'll tell you. I think I got the keys because some jackass left the key in one of them, and then the one key opens up.
It's like a master key.
A master key for all of them.
Right, in the area.
So I was like, oh, this is great because I can move around and store my clothes.
Yeah.
And we're not talking clothes. We're talking, a blanket, pair of pants, whatever, something small. Anyway, so there I am. I got all my clothes sleeping there. And all of a sudden I wake up one morning and I see 3 little kittens. Well, they're not kittens. They were coyotes.
That's not...
These little coyotes were like, I guess, 10 pounds. They were like 10 pounders or shit. And they're all coming. They're at my feet.
They're at your feet?
At my feet.
Jesus Christ. So if there's little bambinos running around, there's a mama coyote somewhere.
Oh, yeah. I woke up.
Yeah.
I was fascinated because, the shit I was going through being, we can't say that word. It's like it really didn't matter about, it's like, I woke up and they were all like at my feet sniffing me and stuff at my bottom of my feet and stuff. And I'm like, all of a sudden, I guess.
Come to.
Yeah, I came to. I don't know, maybe because they're licking me or like,
whatever.
Oh, we got
Sniffing,
a meal.
Tickling you. They were tickling you. They're giving a little Gucci goo.
There were like 3 of them.
Hey, Joe, Gucci
all of a sudden, I wake up, startled. I wake up and they all jump back, and Mama's standing like about from me to you away, like 10 feet, 4 feet, 8 feet away. And like she's like watching over. And when I jumped up, they all got startled, and then a train came by and they all ran into their den. And I was like,
that train might have saved your life.
It could have been, because next thing I knew is like, hey, they didn't come out anymore that day. And I was like, son of a bitch, I guess they got a den. They must have a den right by the manhole right around the corner there and stuff, because there's plenty of coyotes in California and Vista and Oceanside. Yeah. No doubt about it. They were
that must have freaking made you shit your pants.
Well,
where'd you take shits?
Well, at the time they were doing they were reinstalling the railroad.
Okay.
They were reinstalling. They were pulling up all the old rail
ties and the rail
and all the old ties, and they were putting in the new stuff in there, new stone, the whole 9 yards.
Refurbishing it.
And they had the porta cans on the side there.
Oh, okay.
That's where I did my shaving, pooping.
So they didn't lock them up?
No, they were open all the time, But it's like, hey, once they were gone, I remember I jumped over the fence one time trying to head to my home.
Yeah.
My refrigeration box.
Yeah.
And they patrol.
1 Maytag Avenue.
Yeah, Maytag Avenue. And they patrol it. And the guy caught me jumping the fence with my thing. And I got hung up. It was like, there had spikes on the fence.
Yeah, I got caught on the fence.
Yeah, and it was like, I don't know, like I didn't rip my balls off. But anyway. And I jump over the fence, and he pulls up with his squad car on the railroad there. Because at the railroad tracks, they also on the sides, they have...
Like an access road?
Yeah, an access. Yeah, just an access path where each direction where they can drive their highway patrol vehicles to patrol.
I'm sure also the railroad company could drive their work trucks and shit up and down.
Right.
Yeah.
And he came over and he was going to arrest me for having an open container. That was in my backpack. It was like, I'm like, what do you want from me? He goes, that's considered an open container. It's like, I'm fucking jumping over the fence. Yeah, this is private property. I was like, okay.
I'll leave.
What do you want me to do?
I'll leave.
Hey, search me, run my name, tags, tags, yeah. Like I'm in a car.
License.
Trying to arrest me and all that other crap. Oh, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to let you go. Like, yeah, right. It's like, you arrest me, do me a better favor. At least I get a fucking sandwich.
3 hots in the cot, baby.
3 hots in the cot and a penis in the ass.
I don't know about that part.
Me neither. I got to take a rest here.
All right.
I'm very, very tired and exhausted. What do you think, Sacco?
Yeah, pick me up.
Pick me up?
Yeah.
Boy, do I got more stories for you later. Tell us about your latest adventures.
My latest adventures?
Have you had any?
I'm working on a new project at work.
And what's that called? The GOP?
No, fuck the GOP.
I heard that.
Fuck all of them. Both parties.
I get that too. What else you got to say about today's life?
It's tough. It's tough.
Where's your cards?
My cards.
God, I gotta tell. I gotta fucking produce it. I gotta have a secretary.
Where's the secretary? Have you ever had a? Have you? I know we're not. You know what? We're getting into it. Fuck it. Have you, we gotta spice things up here. We gotta kick it up a notch.
Yeah,
it was getting a little downbeat here.
I'll tell you. Yeah, you.
But you know
that
what? Sometimes
homeless
it's good to hear though. I mean, I'm like it's people need to hear this stuff.
Yeah, because they never experienced
it. Let's pick up the energy here.
Yeah, let's bring it up
pick
live.
Up the energy. Have you ever had a nooner?
You mean, have you ever had sex with a woman in the afternoon?
And not because you slept in the morning or it was a rainy day type of thing. I mean, like, you worked in the morning or did a bunch of stuff. Like, you were out and you weren't with her that night. She didn't spend the night. Like, it's just a, boom, middle of the day, lunch break type of shit.
Yeah, I never got that lucky.
So you never had a nooner?
Not the way you explain it. No, I never did. How about you?
That's what a nooner is.
I know.
Yeah. So...
Well, fucking let me...
wait.
Let's hear about the nooner.
Nooner. Like noon?
You nooned her.
Yeah. So
she mooned you and you did her. I thought... Wait. Shut up. I'm sorry. I got to do this. Stop yelling in my ear. Go ahead. She's talking about we can't do sex.
Oh, we are doing it now.
Uh-oh.
We got to spice it up here. So, fuck it. We're throwing it out there. We could talk about it here and there, just not 100% of the time. So, ding, ding.
There it is.
That's what I heard on the door. So,
FBI, let that 17-year-old go.
One night I was partying with my buddies, and it was like a weeknight. I didn't have a job that week. Like, I wasn't working that week.
And you had friends that week, though, huh?
Yeah. I had a break in, like, in between work or whatever, like a week off or something like that. So... I'm like, fuck it. Like, I wasn't going to go on vacation or anything. I'm like, fuck it. I might as well party.
So you were working at Walmart at that time?
No, I was working construction.
Oh, I thought you said it.
Building decks and shit.
Dicks?
Decks.
Hey, go on. Tell the story.
So I partied that night with a few buddies. And it was like one of those all-nighter parties. I'm like up at till like 7, 8 in the morning. So I'm like, fuck it. Like, when you party, you get horny a lot. I mean, when you drink a lot, you get horny.
I never noticed that.
That's the way it goes. So I'm like, fuck, I'm horny. So I'm sitting there going through my phone, like texting freaking old hookups, texting girls I've been hooking up, whatever. I'm texting any girl I basically have any shot in hell with. So I freaking get one, this girl that I was freaking seeing for a little bit. I was getting one, this girl.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Yeah,
How dare you?
So I text her. I'm like, "Hey, what are you up to?" And she says,
How dare you?
I said, "Hey,
I just washed my vagina. What do you want from me?"
She just recently got a job in the area that I was living in. So she was like, I'm going to work, this, that, and the other. So then I'm just like, throwing fucking Hail Marys, shots in the dark here. I'm like, do you get a lunch break? She's like, yeah, I get a lunch break. I'm like, okay, so you have some free time?
I'm ready.
You got free time? She's like, I was like, why don't you come over? She's like, well, I actually have to eat because I'm hungry too. I'm like, bitch, I got some shit in the fridge.
I can feed you.
So she was like, no, she's like, I was like, what do you normally eat?
Oh, wait. She had a stud in her mouth, didn't she?
A what?
A stud in the tongue?
No. This girl's a bit of a freak, but
they like getting fed that way.
So she told me that she normally eats like sandwiches and salads, that type of shit for lunch. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll grab you a fucking sandwich.
She's a
sperm whale. Go to the
whale.
sandwich shop, get her a fucking sandwich. And then she says, well, freaking, at the time, I think she was like carpooling with somebody else to work. So I had to go and pick her up at her job. I pick her up at her job. We freaking zoom back to my house.
Slam it?
I mean, we just like walk in the door immediately going at it. Like we're taking clothes off, walking into the door.
I don't even think she got her fucking clothes
bang,
off.
bang,
You're
bang,
slamming
bang.
that.
She ate in the car. So I gave her the sandwich. She's eating on the way to the house.
What was she eating?
Sandwich. I mean, she ate some other things later on, but
All right.
that was dessert.
I was like,
That was dessert.
put some mayonnaise on that fucker.
Yeah, I did.
Where the fuck you come up with this? Come on, let's go on. I don't want to cut you down.
So I banged her a couple times, and then we had to and then I had to rush her back to work so she didn't get in trouble at work.
Hopefully she
That
worked
was
for
fun. Middle of the day. And meanwhile, remember, I haven't slept all fucking night. I'm hungover, fucking driving around, fucking picking girls up.
So once he slams her, he falls asleep after this. Like, now I can rest.
Yeah, I went right after I dropped her off at work, went right fucking back home and freaking got some sleep.
What a story.
That was my nooner.
What do you think, Sacco? Sacco thinks you're telling the truth.
That girl, her nickname was Goggles.
Goggles?
Yeah.
Or Swoggles?
Goggles.
Why was it goggles? Because you wore thick
So
glasses?
one night.
Oh, you got more on this girl.
Yes. You're going to notice a trend here with me.
A trend?
When I get drunk, I start freaking texting girls to see if I can. If I don't have already a girl like with me or like a girl I'm hooking like that night, and I'm like drunk or whatever, I just start hitting up girls on my phone, just texting them, whatever, just like fucking taking shots in the dark. Fuck it. You know, hey, you know what? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
This is what happens on the internet these days, right?
That's right. So
called Catfish Ryan.
So one night I was texting her like 2:00, like after the bar shut down. So I'm texting her, hey, what are you up to? This, that, and the other. Come over. This, that type of bullshit. And then she was kind of down for it, but then she was saying, she's like, oh, I can't come over. I'm like, what the fuck? Why not? And then she's like, oh, I got pink eye. So I'm like, I don't, ain't no pussy worth getting pink eye over.
I'm looking for a pink vagina.
So
put goggles on her. That's what he did.
Yes!
Ah, fuck it, I nailed it.
So I said to her, so I'm like,
I got goggles.
I'm like, oh, that sucks. I'm like, do you have any goggles though? And she's like, well, she's like, ha ha ha. She's like, no, I can't come or whatever. And so like, we texted back and forth like a couple of times, and so I circled back to it, and I said, but seriously, do you have goggles?
And she says, well, I scuba dive, so I got scuba diving goggles. You want me to wear them? It's like, fuck yeah.
Just for the story, if she had goggles or if I had goggles, just for the story, I would have had her come over and wear goggles to have sex with a girl wearing goggles.
I would have told her, I'm going to CVS to get you fucking goggles and a fucking
2
nose
a.m.
plugs. Who cares?
I'm drunk.
Who cares?
I'm not driving nowhere.
Are you delusional?
Are you?
Are you delusional?
I would have got an Uber to Walgreens and got goggles for her. So you didn't get any?
No, she would have come.
The whole fucking story. Fucking you.
That was why her name is Goggles, though.
You brought it all the way up here, and then it went completely down because you didn't get a piece of ass.
I couldn't find any goggles. Walgreens doesn't have goggles. It was in summertime.
So how many times have you had sex with a girl and you didn't have a condom?
We're not going there. Well, you can answer that.
Well,
how many times have you raw dogged abroad?
What's raw dog?
No condom.
I'd say 295 out of 300.
That was 5 times. Why did you decide to wear a condom?
Risky adventures.
Risky adventures. Do you mean girls that tend to pound the pavement and accept
how's this
paper payments?
They made you wear a condom.
Am I on to the right path?
Yes, you are.
So you wore condoms for pavement pounders.
Well, you used to tell me they were called lizard somethings.
What? Lizard?
Yeah, lizard lounge, lizard. You know, the ones, the hookers that are in.
Oh, lot lizards.
Lot lizards.
No, that's a specific breed of hooker.
Oh, you see, I guess
that's a breed.
I guess I did a different breed than the lot lizard.
Those are like the trucker hookers. They hang out at truck stops. Those are the truck stop hookers.
What about?
Did you ever bang a truck stop hooker? A lot lizard?
You know,
you picked up the ones in the seedy area of town, didn't you?
Yeah, up in New York City and stuff when we were kids and stuff.
Or like Times Square? Hunts Point?
Who knows?
Was that Hunts Point?
It used to be 42nd Avenue, 8th Avenue up there in New York City and stuff. And they'd have a person like you out in front, someone your size out front, Like, it's like, hey, we got girls inside, hookers inside. You guys want to get lucky? And we're like, fuck yeah. I mean, I think it was like $20, $30, $40, 50. I can't remember. We're talking in the early 70s. We're talking 50 years ago. I mean, hey, when you're 14, you're up in the city. It's like an adventure. It's like fucking amusement park. Of course, it's not like an amusement park if you got killed or fucking attacked or anything else like that. I think maybe the reason we never got attacked because we're so young that anybody that would want to rape you or not rape you, but I mean rob you or something, they already knew you had no money because you were too young to have money or anything like that. I mean, we weren't wearing jewelry. We all probably were up there. We all got stuck up there because the train stopped.
How dare you?
The train stopped running at 10 o'clock, or 10:30. So it's like if you miss the train, you're screwed. You're stuck up there. So hey, the only thing else to chase is pussy. And you only got like $20. You used to buy a joint from the guys on the corner. They give you a little envelope.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
They give you a little packet with 3 little fucking pinter joints and stuff.
What the fuck are you rambling on about?
I don't know. I'm fucking lost.
I have
no idea what the fuck you're going.
What the fuck? I have no clue what you're talking about. Like, none. Absolutely none.
We better go back to politics.
I have zero clue of what you're talking about.
Talking about my childhood in New York City.
I need a beer.
Me too.
I'll grab you a beer.
Well, you better take a leak for me too.
No, thank you.
This is the Diktators. Give us a call. You want to get lucky? Make sure you have a stud in your tongue. Give me a call. Like the video, comment, send us something. Today we're lost. It's a bad day. What can I say? Sometimes these things happen in life. And the things in life that happen are just unpredictable, unreliable. And anytime you run into a bitch that's really bad, it's just, as one of my favorite movies, it's despicable. 1, 2, 3. Constantly despicable. So you see what my problem is. I got 2 alcoholic beverages in my hand, and he expects me to be
sober
when I'm talking. I've had 12 Bloody Marys this morning.
What?
I'm not an alcoholic.
I think that constitutes alcoholism.
I don't think so.
How not?
Because Sacco told me just because you drink, that doesn't mean everybody has coffee in the morning. That makes them caffeine freaks.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Caffeine addicts.
How many people drink in the morning?
Alcohol?
Yeah.
Not
me.
Alcoholics do.
Yeah. I got nothing against it. I like to find a woman that. Well, no. That's the wrong thing to say.
What, a woman that's not an alcoholic?
Yeah, I already had that. That was Diane. That was the fucking wrong thing to do.
I thought she was a drug addict.
She was a combo.
She was an everything addict. She had covered all bases.
Drugs, alcohol. I mean, it didn't really matter. She was just a combination of fucking psycho bitch.
Psycho killer.
Oh, she got.
So what did she go to prison for?
What'd she go?
How many times? And what did she go in for?
She went for prison for sucking a judge's cock.
Come on.
Let's see. She got hooked up with this guy who I rented my back room to at my property because I had 2 buildings. And the next thing I know is like I got fucking FBI and everything else over the house for fucking credit fraud, not credit fraud, whatever fraud. Stealing people's identities.
Identity theft?
Stealing their checks, fucking all that crap.
So that's when she went to the prison the first time?
Yeah, she had like 257 charges.
Of identity theft?
Felonies, yeah.
So how long did she go for the first time?
She went for 3 to 5 or 3 to 7.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. And then...
how long did she serve?
She got out... Well, she served it all.
7 or 6?
Yeah, because every time she got out, she broke parole.
Got rebooked?
Oh, yeah. She didn't even get through the first 30 days.
With that, what'd she do to get parole herself?
Fucking, she sneak on my house and then fucking get in. She used my address. The fucking sheriffs come. The fucking marshals come looking for her and stuff. Parole officer come and like they can't find her, and then they're fucking sitting outside my house all the time.
So how many times did she go to prison outside of like the parole violations? But like a new case. How many times did she have like new bids, as they call it?
Probably another 10.
She had 10 different bids?
Yeah, probably for drugs and shit.
Are you serious?
Yeah. This is the kind of girl you want.
She's probably in prison right now.
She probably is. She was good in sex. Maybe she learned it in prison.
Don't they have a 3-strike law?
Yeah, well, the strike law has to be with
A certain class of crime?
a felony with a firearm, supposedly. But then in California, they'll call, to screw you, they'll call like, he had a buck knife in his pocket.
What if it's not a firearm? What if you stabbed 3 different people on 3 different occasions?
That's considered a 3-strike law.
But that's not a firearm.
Doesn't matter. 3 strikes is 3 strikes.
It's a deadly weapon.
It's considered 3.
Maybe it's a deadly weapon.
3 felonies that are in the assault area.
Violent crimes.
Yeah, right. Okay, there it is. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 3 violent felonies.
Okay. They get convicted. Okay.
They can
All right.
fuck you like this. It's like they fuck you like this. It's like I get you for 3 felonies. It's like, hey, I got you with a pound of meth, a half a pound of meth, a quarter ounce of meth, and there's a gun in the house.
Pound?
Whatever. Listen to the story. Even without you pulling out the gun or this or that, it's just happens to be there. It's considered.
You get hit with a firearm charge.
It's considered a violent felony.
It ups the ante of the charges.
Right. It doesn't mean you actually did anything violent to anybody.
So if they raid the house,
Right.
and they find an illegal firearm with you have,
Or
drugs
it could be a legal firearm.
and they still hit you.
They still hit you with a fucking violent felony.
That's fucked up. Even if it's stashed, even if it's in a safe, say,
And mine was.
or like hidden in a closet in a shoebox or some dumb shit.
And mine was.
It's not like you pulled it and pointed it at the cops.
And mine was.
Where?
In the safe.
And they got it?
Yeah.
So they had to crack the safe?
Well,
Or were you dumb enough to give them the code?
they were said they're taking the safe with them or you're going to open it up for us. And they still get hit with a violent felony for that. It's like, I didn't pull a gun on you. Oh, yeah, but it's in your
How did they know
possession.
there was a gun inside of it? You told them.
Well, the snitch, their
Informant?
Yeah.
Said that this guy normally has a gun in his
Well,
safe.
what he did is he sold me a grenade and a TAC-9.
Hold on. Hold back. Beep, 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 beep. How do you just, you try to just stumble through that and just like keep it fucking moving.
I'm trying.
Hold the fuck.
Well, we were stumbling before. Now you're telling me I'm trying to keep the fucking conversation moving. Now you want to stop again.
Okay, but you just like try to fly by it like that's a normal thing.
What part? Socko? No.
Fucking grenade.
Well, it wasn't live.
What was it, like memorabilia?
No, it was a real grenade with a real fire pin in it, but it didn't have the what's it called?
Gunpowder or whatever,
Gunpowder.
explosive?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. You see, because when it comes to the government, even though that
Why were you buying a grenade anyway?
protection?
But you said it doesn't have the explosives in it, so it's useless.
I had dynamite to put in there.
What the fuck? What are you doing with a grenade? What are you, fucking ready to go to literal war with your neighbors?
No, this is what happens when you involve
Hanging around
in dealing drugs, and you run into
scrupulous individuals.
you run into
I like that. I just made that word up like you did.
scrupulous individuals. We're not talking girls with fucking things in their tongues to give your penis happiness.
What? So you had a Tech-9 and a grenade?
You know what a Tech-9 is, right?
Yes,
It's like a Mac 10.
automatic. Yeah, it's like an automatic 9mm gun.
It holds like 35 rounds in a clip.
Yeah, in a
Semi-automatic.
magazine.
Yes, very much.
So you had a Tech-9.
And they're illegal.
There's actually a rapper named Tech-9. So you had a Tech-9
So he's going to try to throw me off the whole
and
conversation.
a grenade?
Yeah.
What else?
It's not like the grenades you
One
got. Wait,
grenade?
It's not like the grenades.
Oh, like Jersey Shore grenades.
It's not like the grenades
that
like you're talking about. We're talking about
You're talking about like Vietnam fucking fighting in the jungle grenades.
We're talking as a pineapple. They call them pineapple grenades.
So how many did you have?
I only had one.
What else did you have? So you had a stick of dynamite, a grenade, and a Tech 9. What other radical items did you possess?
I had like 10 or 15 other guns.
Like regular handguns, or like what are we talking
Yeah,
about?
handguns, rifles, fucking mostly handguns.
Okay.
Pursue with your question, attorney.
What were you planning on doing with the grenade?
These weapons were sold to me by the CI for the simple reason that when I got caught,
You'd have it.
that I'd be fucked.
Why did you agree to purchase it?
Well, because at the time he was selling me 1.5 pounds of meth.
My question stands.
Why
did you
I
agree
hope I
to
hear
buy
the
a fucking
question.
grenade?
Why
Why wouldn't you just say, I don't need that fucking thing?
It was only $100.
What am I going to do with that?
Because I could use it.
Did you know when you purchased it that it didn't have the gunpowder or whatever the explosive in it?
No, I did not know that.
So you thought you were buying a full-on live grenade.
Correct.
You could have just pulled the pin, tossed it, boom.
I don't know if we just went boom. It'd probably be a big boom.
That's what, yeah. What were you thinking? Like, oh, I could use this. What were you thinking you could use that for?
Well, because I had like 5 sticks of
Dynamite?
quarter sticks.
Yeah.
They were quarter sticks of
Dynamite.
dynamite.
Yeah.
But I mean, the funny thing about that, I lit one at my house one time. And I threw the.
Oh, those things. I had a buddy once that had one when I was younger, like a teenager. I had one of them, and so we lit it up. That thing, I'm like a quarter. That does some damage.
I'll tell you what. So I was thinking,
It's actually pretty fucking cool.
I thought it was real cool. This is after all, because believe it or not, after the raid at the house and everything, they took everything except these.
Except the dynamite.
Yeah.
Quarter sticks.
Yeah. So
Quarter sticks will fuck some shit up.
So I lit it. And I was like, I guess these things are really nothing, So, of course, I threw it, a good 50, 60 feet away from the house and stuff. And I mean, then it went off and it was like.
So you lit it and tossed it? You didn't like light it and run? Or like make a long fuse?
No, they have. I don't
know how big they are.
It was like a 2-inch fuse on it, whatever.
Okay.
So I lit it,
Threw it?
tossed it, sitting there like
That
like
was a dud.
and I'm sitting. We're in Vista, California, in a very
Was this like a neighborhood?
very tranquil, very quiet. Like you could hear the hummingbirds like in the mornings, in the afternoons. To suck
That
up.
was a pretty good hummingbird sound. I give you credit.
Yeah. So you're sitting here, and all of a sudden, you hear this fucking boom, and you don't only see the boom. There's just a giant cloud, and we're talking a cloud of like 20, 30 feet of smoke going
Shit.
up, and it's like, and all of a sudden you see, and you're sitting there on the porch. I'm sitting on the porch like I didn't do nothing.
I'm going inside.
You got neighbor coming out here, a neighbor coming
I'm
out.
going inside.
All of a sudden, all the neighbors are coming out.
Trying to find out what the
Fuck was that?
Yep.
And you're like, all right, let's close the doors and go shopping and get the hell out of here for the cops
It's
show
time
up.
to freaking flee the scene.
I'm telling you, I mean, I swear to God, these sticks were from goddamn Mexico. You think they were crap? They were better than the stuff they sold here in the United States.
Are you sure about that?
Oh yeah, I was sure. And it's amazing that the goddamn DEA didn't take them.
Wait, hold on. He's trying to fly by that too.
What part?
Hold on. So this raid or this arrest or whatever it is.
It was a
with
DEA.
The CIA, the fucking DEA?
Yeah, they came. Yeah, these are people that were involved. The guy who used to sell me the drugs
Yeah.
and stuff got arrested by them. So what he did, and they didn't know what he was doing. He was.
You ain't just selling dime bags getting arrested by a DEA.
No,
You're
no.
doing serious shit.
Yeah, we're doing serious shit. Yeah,
Holy
I'm not
shit.
doing serious shit. He was.
You're not. You're lighting quarter six of dynamite. You have a live fucking grenade. You have a fucking Tech 9. You're not doing serious shit. That sounds like serious shit to me.
I'm trying to protect myself.
Liar!
From
Him. He's the
Maybe-
one that he set me up.
If you needed to protect yourself from him, why did you keep dealing with him?
That's how the raid. Well, I didn't know that at the time.
Why did you buy the fucking Tech 9 and grenade? Did you buy the Tech 9 from him too?
Yes.
Why?
Because that was his set. I didn't know this. That was he set me up. So when I got raided,
I understand, but why did you decide to purchase it? If he pulled up in a fucking pickup truck and he said, "Hey, I'll sell you this," would you say, "I'll buy it"? Would you have bought anything he had?
A pickup truck? I did end up with a boat.
If he had fucking plutonium, uranium, would you have fucking? I'll buy that.
You didn't hear me, did you? I ended up with a boat too.
Wait, what?
I ended up with a speedboat with no papers on it.
I feel like this story should have been covered a lot better. I feel like this is fucking things are getting wilder by the second here. All right, hold on.
But
so you had a speedboat?
You know how
a speedboat off this motherfucker?
Yeah, with no motor. You know how they say cocaine?
What the fuck were you gonna do?
You know how they say
speedboat?
cocaine's a dangerous
it's a
drug?
hell of a drug.
Fucking meth is a dangerous drug too.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
But you see, I was normal. I was working.
Oh no.
I had a job.
Liar!
Well, some of the time I had a job.
Was your job freaking buying and selling an arms dealer?
That's how you said. You know what? He wanted me to buy more weapons from him.
Oh, I wonder why.
Well, that's how he's setting you up with the DEA and shit. So you go down with the 8. When I got raided, they made a big thing.
You know what they said?
They came with lights on. They came I had ATF, DEA, sheriff, fucking Oceanside Police, Vista Sheriffs, DEA, ATF, and Palomar, fucking Metuchen. Not Metuchen. Metuchen's New Jersey. And you know what they all did? They sent one of the fuckers out for donuts. They were there for like 7-8 hours. You know what they found?
I have no words.
Weapons.
I have no words.
They found weapons and a dime of meth. That's it.
Is it easier to ask what agency wasn't involved? Well, who did they think you were? Pablo Escobar?
It was it was written up. They were coming for the house and everything, yeah.
What did they think they were dealing with?
Well, the guy set it up where, they figured what he did, he spiked.
Do you think that the CI?
He spiked a half pound of meth with vitamin B so you couldn't smoke it and no one would buy it.
Do you think that the CI hyped you up more to them trying to freaking make a better deal for himself?
Well, what happened is he got caught.
Oh, I got this big
he got caught.
Walter White, Breaking Bad.
He got caught selling to the DEA like 3 or 5 pounds of meth.
Okay, obviously he got caught with something serious.
And his deal was like to set everybody, not to set everybody up under him, but to set people up that
people were.
So what he was
not in his crew, but people he was like associated.
So what he did,
he
set people up. And he would also get, like he did to me and a couple other people I know, he'd get him involved in a real estate deal where you're giving him cash and you... What's the matter? This person should be... I can't say it on live TV because then something happens.
Should be offed?
No, I wouldn't be off. I'll get arrested. This person needs to be...
What in the fucking...
What happened?
Dude, this is like a fucking... Just this story alone is a fucking full-on Hollywood movie.
You wouldn't believe it.
We're going to have to fucking bring this back up another episode. I think we need to explore this further. And we don't have time.
There's a lot more to this.
Yeah, we're bringing this. We're not finishing this now. This is probably going to be an entire podcast.
Oh, well, let me ask you a question. You know what? I'll make you a deal.
What?
We can do this. We can tell the whole story.
Yes, we are. We are.
You bring me a girl with a stud in her tongue.
This is going to be like just like one podcast is going to be just about this story. I have never heard this before.
Wow.
I have never heard this before. How long have we known each other now? 7 years or whatever?
So, yeah, well, you're getting to be good at psychology now.
I have never. How do you fucking... This story is fucking mind-blowing.
It is amazing, honestly. It's really amazing I'm still here. It's really amazing I'm not dead.
Or like in jail for 40 years.
Yeah, I'd say that possibility, yeah.
You get that many agencies involved in a raid, there's fucking high chances you're going away for a long fucking time.
What do you say, Sacco? Yeah, Joe, that's right. You got fucked again.
I have no words.
Well,
This is going to be a whole nother episode.
give us a bunch of likes on the
Yes.
Diktators, DIK.
I'll tell you what.
TATORS.
Let's make a deal with the audience. If you like this shit out of this video,
Wait till the next one.
you comment that and share it with your friends. Share the video. Tell people about it. We'll do an entire podcast episode dedicated to just this story.
And this is a good one. Don't get wrong. In fact, I even got a better story about lesbians.
One at a time here. This one story is an entire episode. Holy fucking shit, Joe.
There's even more on the homeless story, but he's like, hey, you only could peel so much off the orange
No,
at the
this
time.
one is a fucking higher level than the homeless. This is a legitimate fucking Hollywood blockbuster movie.
It could be.
This is like a Scarface fucking shit.
And I'm still looking for the girl with the fucking stud in the
Holy
mouth.
fucking shit.
That's right. So, like us,
Yes.
the Diktators.
Like the goddamn video. Look at the content we're bringing you, you bastards.
And don't forget, soup to my nuts.
Check out my socials, SOUPEDTONUTS, SOUPEDTONUTS.
And don't forget about Sacco.
Check us out on all of our other platforms. The link will be in the description. And
the
show's just getting started, motherfuckers.
Give us our comments.
Yes.
Not us comments, your comments.
Leave comments. Tell us we're
what you-
assholes or ask us questions. Maybe we'll do like
tell us what's going to make it better.
maybe if people start asking a lot of questions, we'll do like a questions and answer podcast episode.
Yeah, you never know.
We might. Well, we'll bat that idea around. We might do something like that. Why the fuck not?
What the hell you got to lose? Your virginity? Yeah, like you're all fucking...
They needed to lose that.
Come on. You're all sluts out there. Let's get it down.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around, watching the damn video. We appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts.
What a fucking lie. Oh, the bottom of his heart. I think that's probably true from him. I don't give a fuck what you people think.
I mean, I don't necessarily care what people think about me because I don't give a fuck, good or bad. Like, if people give me praise or talk shit about me, either way is just. I mean, I like when people.
He's a jackass.
I don't get an ego from people fucking like saying like, "Oh, you're hilarious." I don't get an ego from it, but I also don't get affected when people say I'm a piece of shit. It doesn't bother me either.
Shut up.
Any comment is a good comment.
Shut up.
Good night. Good evening. Good night, nurse.
I finally can hear you in my ears.
You heard me the whole time.
Diktators, look us up, hook us up. Any girls want to get hooked up? We're millionaires, so it's up to you. You want to be poor? Don't call us. You want to be rich? Call the bitch. There he is. Good night.